when the pocket starts to close down, like that's when he comes alive. Okay. He's not your typical, 5 steps, hitch, rhythmic kind of guy. I love that.
Yeah.
I think he's like Brett Favre-ish, but for a coordinator, you just have to know what you're signing up for, right? Like as soon as that ball snapped, you might not know exactly where it's going, but good chance it's going to the right spot.
Well, Brett Favre's the greatest guy in chaos ever. He's the all-time leader in interceptions. I don't want my quarterback to be that. Now, that's fun to watch, but that's not only Brett Favre, it's Johnny Manziel in the first 6 years of Michael Vick. And Michael Vick, a friend of mine, has admitted to me, I was so good at ad-libbing, I didn't really have to spend the extra time. And then Michael actually won more later when he became more of a pocket guy. Lamar Jackson, my criticism out of college was, he'll be fine and win games, but is he willing to sit in the pocket as it closes and not run? It's great to be good occasionally in chaos. Mahomes is. But Andy Reid makes sure he's not in chaos very much. And Mahomes, by the way, even this year in the playoffs, was banged up physically. That's what happens when you thrive in chaos. My quarterback's great in chaos is like saying, I'm going to marry this guy. He's great on vacation. That's like 1% of your marriage. Is he a good hang on a Tuesday night on the couch watching Netflix or Amazon Prime? That's marriage. If you're on a team that is in offensive chaos, you have a crappy coach. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees are almost never in chaos because they're so good at the line of scrimmage. Peyton Manning audibled out of chaos. Brett Favre didn't. Brett Favre was not the kind of quarterback intellectually that thrived with that. He was a gunslinger. By the way, Aaron Rodgers was Mr. Ad-Lib. He led the NFL for a couple years in throwaways. Jeff Saturday, his former center, said he would roll his eyes when Mike McCarthy sent a play in. He ad-libbed. It's interesting. He didn't get to the NFC Championship last couple years with McCarthy. Matt LaFleur comes in and says, stop ad-libbing. Play in rhythm. Make read, make throw. Oh, Aaron's been to back-to-back NFC Championships. And oh, by the way, just had his greatest year in a decade. Once Aaron got into rhythm and out of ad-libbing, he was a better quarterback. I mean, Aaron's losing now is not because of Aaron. It's because he didn't have the talent around him. And the other thing is, and if you're a public figure, and quarterbacks now are like America's royal family, right, that the media falls in love with highlights. I mean, the media fell in love with Johnny Manziel. My scouts hated Johnny Manziel. He's not an NFL quarterback. He went in the first round. But the media falls in love with the left-handed pass and the behind-the-back pass. And it's a highlight world, YouTube world. But that's like half of 1%. I don't want Zach Wilson to be great in chaos. He's already going to an organization, the Jets, that are always in chaos. I don't want him to be in chaos. I want him to be in lockstep with a head coach and a system. You know, Brett Favre threw an interception in every Packer playoff loss of his career. 9 times he didn't throw a pick. They were 9-0. It's Pete Carroll's #1 criticism of Russell Wilson, that sometimes he creates his own chaos. You know, it's funny, my daughter, when she's in college, she's wrapping it up pretty soon. In her first year, we helped her lay out her schedule. And the first thing, if you have a kid in college, you find, they take about 5 classes. But you got like one class is on Tuesday and Thursday, and one's on Wednesday, and then one is on Monday and Wednesday and Friday. And what you find is they have a lot of free time. In college, you have a lot of free time. If you schedule your classes, 1 o'clock, you're done. And so whenever a college kid says, oh, finals week is chaos, well, don't go to Sharky's on Tuesday night, because you got nothing but time in college to get those 5 courses done and those papers written on Wednesday, so you don't have to rush them in and write 19 papers on Saturday night. Most people, folks, that thrive in chaos create their own chaos. You ever notice that? You ever had a friend like that? They're always late. I have a good friend like that. He's late to everything. He's a great guy. but he creates his own chaos. He's pretty good at it. But I don't want to live in chaos. I don't want my quarterback to be thriving in chaos. I'll never forget the Brett Favre when he goes to Minnesota, and they're really good, and they should have been in the Super Bowl. The reason they weren't in the Super Bowl was because Brett Favre was great in chaos. Do you remember this play?
Brett Favre goes back to pass. He pumps. Now he fires over the middle. Intercepted. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It was intercepted by Tracy Porter, near side to the 40, and John Sullivan runs him down at the 47-yard line. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe what I just saw. Why do you even ponder passing? I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
Because Favre was addicted to chaos. He loved those moments. He often thrived in those moments. But that's not how you win Super Bowls. By the way, my guess is Aaron Rodgers will win another Super Bowl. And ultimately, it will be in a rhythmic offense, like Breeze, like Manning, like Brady, like Eli. The runaround guys don't win them. Well, what about Mahomes? Mahomes doesn't run around that much. 99% of his touchdown passes are not in chaos. I'm not here for it. And even if you're great at it, if you are great at anything, you will lean into it and go to your life and your family and your friends. The people that's lives are always like on the edge. They create their own issues. They create their own speed and chaos and trouble and headaches, and then often complain. They're victims. So nobody's here to help me. We've tried, brah. We've tried. Leave earlier for the airport. That's why you keep missing flights. We've tried. You know, I was thinking about the draft. It's interesting that you have to manipulate the draft, not let it manipulate you. Cincinnati makes no trades. Do you know that Bill Belichick, since he became head coach,